me what is pH.
Ma'am, can I explain it?
Yeah.
Ma'am, pH is power of hydrogen. If the
Okay.
value of pH is less than 7, then it is an
Hmm.
acid, and if it is more than 7, it is a base, and if it is 7, it is a neutral solution.
Neutral. Okay. Very good.
Ma'am,
All
can I?
right. What are indicators? Yeah. Yeah. Here.
Ma'am, the strength of an acid or an alkali is measured by the scale called pH.
Okay. All right. That's correct. So both of you were correct. Now tell me what are indicators?
Ma'am, indicators are some things which help us to say whether a particular thing is an acid or a base.
Okay, I want
There are
someone else to
and there
answer
are
now. What's your name? I see the name Rehmat. Is your name Rehmat?
No, ma'am, my name is Afra.
Okay. I want someone else to answer. Who else can answer?
Ma'am,
Yes, me.
substance that show a change in color when brought in contact with acid and bases are
Okay,
called
that's an
indicators.
indicator. Okay, very good. Now, what are the different types of indicators that we see? Can you all turn your videos on, please? All of you all keep your videos on so I can see you. What are the different types of indicators?
Ma'am, natural indicator and artificial indicator.
Okay, natural and chemical. Okay, so give me some examples of natural indicators.
Ma'am, turmeric,
Okay,
natural indicator.
okay, just give me a minute. There's a student on the line. Just give me 1 minute. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was another student on the call. All right. So, give me examples of natural indicators.
Ma'am, hibiscus.
Hibiscus. Okay.
Ma'am,
What else?
turmeric
Ma'am,
powder.
red cabbage.
Red cabbage.
Red cabbage, turmeric. Okay. Anything else?
Ma'am,
Do you
lichen
think
or
litmus?
litmus paper.
Yeah, litmus is also a natural indicator. Okay. Okay. Name some chemical indicators.
Ma'am, phenolphthalein.
Phenolphthalein. What else?
Methyl orange. Methyl orange.
Methyl orange. Okay. Anything else? No? All right. No problems. So last week, we also learned that acids and bases are of different types depending upon their strength. So who will explain me what are the different types of acids and what are the different types of bases? Yeah. Who wants to explain? What did we do in the last class?
Ma'am, we know about neutralization.
Yeah. And in
Is there
neutralization, I explained you all that there are 4 scenarios which are possible depending upon the type of acid and the type of base. Do you all remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you say that?
Ma'am, if
Ma'am,
we neutralize and high or powerful acid
Hmm.
with a weak base, the salt
Hmm.
will be acidic salt, and
Correct.
water will form. If
Okay.
the base is strong and the acid is weak, then the salt will be basic salt. And if
Okay.
both the acid and bases are weak, then
Hmm.
it would be a neutral salt. And if both the acid and bases are strong, then it
Hmm.
would also be a neutral salt
Okay.
and water.
All right. Okay. Now, today it's going to be the continuation of neutralization that we studied last week. Okay. So I will share my screen now.
Ma'am, it's already shared.
Yeah, so are you all able to see the presentation now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay.
ma'am.
So we learnt about neutralization. We neutralized vinegar and I think baking soda, and we used turmeric as an indicator, and we used phenolphthalein as an indicator last class. Okay. Now we ended the last session by learning the applications of neutralizations in our real life. Okay, so today we are going to be carrying out these two activities wherein we will be neutralizing or we'll be experimenting with neutralization in the digestive system, and second in the soil. Okay, now all of you all know that stomach has hydrochloric acid in it. You all know that, right? Now,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
should be the what do you think will be the pH of the hydrochloric acid which your stomach contains? Is it a weak acid or is it a strong acid?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
very
is it
strong
Strong,
acid.
strong acid.
very strong
It's a
acid?
very strong acid. Okay, it's a very strong acid. So the pH of the acid which is there in your stomach,
Strong
it
acid.
range. Yeah, it's a strong acid. So the pH ranges from 1.5 to 2.5. The acidity level or the pH of the hydrochloric acid which is in your stomach. Okay, and whenever you all encounter hyperacidity, that is when usually this acid is present only in the stomach. It doesn't come up to your food pipe or the esophagus. But whenever something like that happens and the acid runs through your food pipe, you feel a burning sensation in your chest, or that is what we call as experiencing hyperacidity. So when you feel that there is acid and it is burning you, you feel a slight irritation in your food pipe. And at times it so happens that people who have very high acidity, they end up throwing, they end up vomiting. So that's because they get a lot of irritation up till their throat. Okay, and we have some medicines to cure acidity, these conditions, right? So we take antacids, we take medicines like Digene, we take Eno. Okay, so science tells us that there is acid in your food pipe, acid has come to your food pipe, so you suppress the acid. How do you suppress or neutralize the acid? By taking a base. Okay, we saw that to neutralize acid, you can do it only by adding a base. So all these medicines that we take in order to cure the hyperacidity, these are all different types of alkali. Okay, alkali is another name for base. Now, depending upon how severe is the acidity, the strength of the alkali will change. That's why we have many, many types of antacids available in the market. Okay, some give you instant relief, some work over little longer period of time. So there are different types of antacids. So today we will be carrying out the neutralization reaction where we'll be using HCl, which is the acid in our stomach, and we will be using um, alkali, or we will be using some antacids which are available in the market to neutralize the hydrochloric acid, and we will see how it works. Okay, now that is the first application that we are going to study today. The second application will be soil treatment. Now, the soil that we have, you all know that the soil ideally should be in the range of 6 to 8, the pH, for any crop to grow well. Okay, that is the ideal pH. You can see it in this picture. But if the soil is too acidic, I mean, acid corrodes, destroys everything. So definitely if a crop is, or if a seed is sown in an acidic soil, it won't be able to grow properly. So the crops will not grow. And if it is base, then there are certain chemicals which are deficient in the alkali soil. So it is very important that the soil that we use to grow crops should be in the pH range of 6 to 8. Okay, so what we are going to do is we will be checking what is the pH of the soil, and what happens if the pH of the soil is acidic, how do you treat it, and what happens and how the soil becomes acidic. So we'll be learning about all of that. So let's quickly move to the first activity of the day, that is about antacids. Okay, so not all of you will be having hydrochloric acid. So Nicola ma'am will be carrying out this activity, and I will be explaining you simultaneously, and you all can view this. Nicola ma'am, are we ready? Is Nicola ma'am there in the group? I can't see Nicola ma'am. She left the meeting, I think. All right. So till then, we will do the soil activity. Do all of you all have the soil? Yeah. So what you all do is take little bit of soil in a container and dissolve some water. Make it in a paste format. Okay. So make such make 2 such containers. In 2 containers, you take little bit of soil samples and make it in the form of a paste. Please turn your videos on, all of you.
Miss, to make acidic oil, should I add HCl to my soil? Am I supposed to add HCl to my soil?
No. Don't add anything to the soil yet, Samit. Just add water to it.
Ma'am?
Should it be now? I don't know what is wrong, but
Ma'am, I don't have soil.
Harshini, if you do not have soil, then you just view the experiment. Okay, I'll be explaining what you have to do.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, is this fine?
Yeah, but that's too less a soil, Sonal. You have a little more. Okay. So mix soil with water and keep it ready in 2 different containers. Okay. In one of the container, after you make a paste, you add little bit of water and set it aside undisturbed.
Ma'am, what should we do again?
See, in one container, you keep the soil in a paste format. And in the second container, you add little more water and set it aside for some time. Okay.
You don't mix?
No, you mix. So you've mixed it already in water. Then you pour extra water into it and set it aside.
After pouring more water, do we mix or no?
It will automatically be mixed, no? It is in the form of a paste, no? So it will automatically dissolve when you put water. Okay. So there are 2 activities that we are going to do today. The first activity with the soil is the soil in which you have added more water. Okay. You are going to test its pH using the turmeric solution that you have made. Okay. So let all the soil sediment at the bottom. Take the extract of the soil from the top. Yes.
Ma'am, do we use any soil or do we need soil, like particular soil?
No, you can use any type of soil.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, Samit. Samit, probably you will need only 2 spoons of soil from that, yeah? And please, all of y'all keep your videos on. And I want to see the activity that y'all are doing. So adjust your cameras accordingly.
Ma'am, what should we do after we created one with thick paste and one with diluted paste?
Yeah, so one with diluted paste, let it settle for some time. And after some time, you will see the water has, become clear on the top. All the soil has sedimented at the bottom. Okay, once that happens, you will be taking the top water in 2 containers, and you will be adding a few drops of turmeric solution in each of them to check whether your soil is acid or base, because turmeric is an indicator. Okay, and Nicola ma'am will be doing the same thing using some chemical indicators, so you all can see the difference in the result.
Ma'am, can you repeat it? Like, what should we do after
See,
mixing the soil?
you have 2 containers of soil. Both the containers, soil is in the form of a paste. Okay, now in one of those containers, pour little more water, then so that it becomes little diluted. Okay, after you dilute it, you set it aside such that the soil gets sedimented at the bottom of the container. Once the soil is sedimented, take water from the top layer and take that water in 2 different containers. In both the containers, uh, you will be adding, no, but then you are doing only with turmeric, right? So it's okay. You can take it in 1 container. You can add a few drops of turmeric solution and check whether your soil is acidic or basic. Okay. Nicola ma'am, which indicator are you using?
Ma'am, I'm not being able to turn on my video, so I won't be able to show you the experiment, but I'm doing it.
No problem.
Yes.
Nicola ma'am can't hear us. Nicola ma'am, which indicator are you using? Is my voice not audible? Like, is it breaking? I just saw a message from somebody.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Has the sedimentation taken place? Okay, so now add turmeric and see whether your soil is acidic or basic.
Ma'am,
Yeah. Okay.
ma'am, I brought some soil. What else do we need?
Harshini, you have to dissolve soil in water and take the extract, take the water and add turmeric solution to it and see whether the soil is acidic or basic. Just add a
Miss, how
drop of it.
take?
Sonal.
Ma'am, do we need turmeric?
Miss,
Yes.
I can't do it because no, I can't do it
Ma'am,
because
I've added a drop.
turmeric. I don't have turmeric.
Ma'am,
Yes, yes.
ma'am, do we need turmeric and vinegar?
Vinegar we will use later. Turmeric you will need it now.
We need turmeric
Ma'am,
for the
my
soil
soil,
experiment.
Yeah.
ma'am, my soil became
Okay, ma'am.
yellowish.
So what happens when you add turmeric to acid, base or neutral?
Ma'am, it became like,
What happens when you add turmeric to acids or bases or neutral? What is the color change that you all observe?
Ma'am, if it is added to a base, it changes to red color.
If it is added to base, it turns into reddish color. Okay. If your turmeric is not changing color, so there are 2 possibilities. Either your soil is neutral or your soil is acidic. Okay. In both cases, your turmeric will remain yellow in color.
Ma'am, my turmeric remained yellow in color.
Okay. So your soil can be mildly acidic or it can be neutral. Okay. Does it change? Does the soil change color for anyone after adding turmeric? No.
Ma'am, it turns a bit yellowish. That's all that happens.
Yeah, that's because of the turmeric. That's the color of the turmeric.
Yes.
Now let's see what happens when Nicola ma'am adds universal indicator, which is a chemical indicator, to the soil extract.
Ma'am, what should we do with the second container?
Wait, we'll come to that. Let's first observe what is the range of pH for the soil. Okay, now we know that it is definitely not a base, right? We know whether it is an acid or neutral. Nicola ma'am? Nicola ma'am, we want you to show the experiment of soil with universal indicator. You can keep your phone on. It's okay.
Okay, soil.
Yeah, you can take some soil sample and add universal indicator and show whether the soil is acidic or basic.
Okay. No, for that,
Ma'am, not able to hear Nicola, ma'am.
So how is it going to change? Because
Ma'am, your voice is breaking and cutting.
yeah, because I'm having vinegar and
That's me.
Ma'am, ma'am, can you tell like what did we do? Because I just by mistake left the meeting.
Okay, so there is some problem with Nicola ma'am's device today. She's not able to hear what we are saying, we are speaking. So she's going to be demonstrating the experiment to you. Till then, what we are trying to do is we are trying to find out what is the pH of the soil. Okay, so for that we are checking. We cannot test the pH on the dry soil. We know that we need a solution format, so we dissolved it in water. And after dissolving it in water, we added the natural indicator that we all have, that is turmeric. After adding turmeric, we all got to know that the soil is either acidic or neutral because the turmeric remained yellow in color. It did not turn red. Okay. Now, what we are going to test with Nicola ma'am is, you can see she's here. We're going to see whether she's going to be adding two different she'll be testing it with litmus paper and she'll also be testing it with universal indicator. Now universal indicator is a liquid which shows different colors. See, it is like dark blue or darkish green in color. When you pour it in acid, it takes the color from yellow to red, and when you pour it in base, it takes the color from green to dark purple. Okay. So Nicola ma'am, is it acid or base? She can't hear us. It's a trouble.
नमस्कार. COVID-19 अनलॉक प्रक्रिया ଏବେ ସାରା ଦେଶରେ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହୋଇଯାଇଛି. ଏମିତି Hello.
Nicola ma'am, please keep your phone on so you can hear us.
Okay.
Nicola ma'am, we want you to take the extract of the soil. So the soil, like the sedimented, after the soil sediments, you have to take the water. In this, you will not be able to see the color change.
Okay.
Okay.
Because this was not the experiment, but
yeah, but we are doing this one additional part with the students.
Okay.
Comes, we will do the second part of the activity. We will add in the second container where we have added the soil paste, we will add a few drops of vinegar. We will add few drops of vinegar. Now what we are doing by adding vinegar, we are making our soil acidic. Okay, so add a few drops of vinegar.
COVID-19.
Ma'am? Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, do we add the vinegar in the soil and turmeric?
No, in the other one. In the other one.
Plain soil mixture? Ma'am, do we add vinegar in the plain soil mixture?
I'm just logging in. Please give me some time.
Yes, Harshini, to the plain soil and water mixture. Okay. Now, after you have added vinegar to it, what we will do is, in a separate container, you will take little bit of baking soda. Okay. Baking soda, you will make a solution of baking soda. Okay. Now, what happens whenever your soil is acidic? Now, why the soil becomes acidic? Soil becomes acidic because of excessive use of fertilizers. Okay. We all want to have a very good yield. We go on adding too much of. You have to just add vinegar to the soil.
Yes, ma'am.
And leave it, and I'll tell you what is to be done after that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what scenario we are creating here is that by adding vinegar, we have turned the soil into an acidic soil. Okay. And when do we naturally get acidic soil is when we use too much of fertilizers. Okay. To increase the yield, increase the crop and have a better quality, we go on adding a lot of chemical fertilizers repeatedly, which results in the soil becoming acidic. So whenever the soil is acidic, we use some alkali to neutralize the soil. And the alkali which is used to neutralize the soil is quicklime. You all can note it down. Quicklime is calcium oxide. Okay? Calcium oxide is used to neutralize the soil. Okay. Now that we have added vinegar, after adding vinegar, we will be adding the baking soda solution into the soil to check whether it has turned basic or not. Okay. After adding vinegar, it is acidic. We know we need not use the turmeric test, but now we will add little by little, we will add the baking soda solution into the soil. Add little bit by little bit.
How much baking soda solution do we need?
That really depends upon how much soil you have, but then you can take a half a spoon of baking soda and make solution. Okay. Do you see any kind of neutralization taking place in the soil when you're adding baking soda? Do you see any reaction taking place?
Ma'am, it's bubbling.
It's bubbling, okay? Because it is giving out a gas. It is giving out a gas in the process of neutralization.
Some carbon dioxide.
It is giving out carbon dioxide, okay? Now, after you have added, after it stops bubbling, I want you to test it again using the turmeric solution. Samit, are you not carrying out the experiment today?
Miss, I don't have turmeric. I made the acidic soil, but I don't have the turmeric.
You have any other indicator?
The hibiscus was used last time, and turmeric I don't have. Apart from that, I don't have. Not red cabbage, nothing. But I do see the bubbling happening. So
Ma'am, it's still yellow. Ma'am?
Okay. Has the reaction got completed for everyone? Have you all finished the reaction?
And mine is yellow. Mine is still yellow.
hello.
But this time I'm guessing neutral yellow.
Okay, okay. Yes, Nicola ma'am, we can hear you now.
Ma'am, I added baking soda solution, and now what do I do?
Has the reaction taken place? Do you see any signs of chemical reaction?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, it's just the same brown color like this.
No, it will remain the same color. Did any gas come out of it?
Yes, ma'am. Carbon dioxide.
You
Ma'am, it
saw the
started
bubbles,
bubbling.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Now you add little bit of water, because I still see that it is in a solid state, and then
Yes, ma'am.
add a few drops of turmeric solution to see whether your soil has become neutral or base.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Nicola ma'am, you can perform the experiment.
Ma'am, it's still yellow for me. I did what you told me to do and it's still yellow. The second one is still yellow.
See, for Nicola ma'am, after she has done the experiment, you can see the red litmus has turned blue.
Is it
Can you see
visible
the
to
screen?
everyone? I have taken soil samples. I mean, the sediment of the. I've taken the soil samples, and then after that, in one I have added litmus paper, so it turned red. That means the soil is acidic.
Okay.
I also added universal indicator.
The soil is acidic. That's why your color was yellow. It did not turn red.
Universal
Okay, because the soil was acidic.
Indicator is green in color. Okay, but when you add it to this, it becomes red.
Can you all see? Can you all see the color on the screen? After ma'am added universal indicator, the color has turned into reddish. That means your soil is definitely an acidic soil. Okay. Now this acidic soil usually is not very fertile. Okay. We have to make it neutral. We have to neutralize it. So how do we do that? Which chemical do the farmers use to neutralize?
Ma'am, for me, it became yellowish brown kind of.
Yellowish brown. That means, that is the disadvantage of using turmeric, because you can't say when it is acidic and when it is neutral, because in both cases it will remain the same. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what you can do is, probably at a later stage, you can make another indicator with hibiscus or red cabbage and try out the same activity. So you'll be able to know under what pH category your soil falls. Okay. But right.
Ma'am, someone is muting me, ma'am.
Children, please stop muting each other. All right.
Ma'am, I was talking and someone just mute me like between.
Okay. Don't worry. Now see, like for Nicola ma'am's screen, we can very clearly see that the sediment of the soil solution, the litmus paper turned from blue to red. Blue to red means it is an acid. And after adding the universal indicator, the color that it is showing is red. Okay, that means your soil is acidic in nature. Okay, is this activity clear to all of you? Okay, now we will move on to the HCl activity. Nicola ma'am, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, we will do the HCl activity to explain the neutralization process after taking antacids. So I'll be enlarging ma'am's screen.
Just give me some time. So I have added water to the test tube. Okay. Then I'll be adding universal indicator.
So Nicola ma'am has taken water in 3 test tubes. Okay. Now, why she is adding universal indicator directly to water? Because she wants you to see the difference in the color. Okay, can you see the color? Water is neutral. That's why after adding universal indicator, the color has turned into green. Okay, there is no other chemical added to it right now. It is only water and indicator. Okay. Okay. Now Nicola ma'am will be adding a few drops of HCl, okay, to the test tube, and you all observe what is the change in the color after adding HCl. Did you see the color change? The solution
Yes,
was
ma'am.
green
Yes.
in color,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
only with 2 drops of HCl, just 2 drops of it, the solution has turned red into color. Okay. So this is how your universal indicator works. Now, right now, what ma'am has created is the acid which is there in your stomach. Now, this acid, we are going to neutralize it by adding antacid. Now, ma'am has taken 3 different antacids. Ma'am has powdered them and made them
And
into a
I have
solution
prepared
format.
sodium hydroxide solution. Okay, I'll be adding a few drops.
Typically, the antacids that we get in the market, they have a portion of sodium bicarbonate in it. Okay. So I will be giving you all the formula of what is present in the antacid and what is the pH and how does it neutralize and all of that. Now see, ma'am has added a few drops of some hydroxide into it, and we will observe the change in the color. Can you see the change in color?
Yes, ma'am. It's the kind of violet.
It is violet. Okay, so that is how your universal indicator works. It turns from blue, like the scale is at neutral, it is green. When you go towards base, it becomes blue and then ends up into violet. And below, below neutral in the acidic range, it starts from deep red up to yellow. So this
Ma'am?
is how your antacids work. Yes.
Ma'am, I have the formula for soda bicarbonate.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Okay. Now, Nicola ma'am, can we try it with any other antacid that we have? Okay, so ma'am has now taken another container where she has filled water and she has added universal indicator again. Now she will add HCl into it and she will add another antacid onto it. Okay. So by this activity, we come to know what is the strength of different antacids which are available in the market. Okay, now she has added HCl. Okay. Now ma'am will be adding antacid solution, another antacid. The first one was hydroxide. Now she'll be adding some antacid which has bicarbonate into it. Okay. Can you see? Now this particular antacid was weak. It was weak. That is why the color changed from red to little lighter shade of red. It did not turn violet immediately because the antacid was weak as compared to the previous antacid. Can you see? So whenever we are taking that kind of a medicine, the quantity, it depends which medicine the doctor prescribes you, depending upon how intense your acidity is. Can you see the color is changing little bit towards yellow? Okay. Now, in the third case, we will be using ENO solution. You all have ENO, right, at home. So we will be using ENO and we'll be seeing uh, how much of ENO is required in order to neutralize the acid. Now see, this second one has almost become, it is nearing the neutral. It is not yet neutral, but it is nearing the neutral range. Okay. Ma'am, we can try out the ENO one now. Till ma'am prepares it, I want you all to write down the formula for, or write down the reaction which takes place when we drink ENO. What happens? Okay. So the components of ENO are sodium bicarbonate,
Ma'am, can you write it in the chat?
I'll write it in the chat. Nicola ma'am, we will do the ENO experiment. So I was just giving them the reaction. Okay, I'm just writing the formula of sodium bicarbonate on the chat. Okay, so sodium bicarbonate is 46.
Can you tell all the reactions, whatever you told now? Can you tell it again?
Baking soda.
Yes. Okay, so sodium bicarbonate is 46.4% in ENO. Okay, sodium carbonate is 10%. Na2CO3.
Write it?
See, I'm writing it on the chat box, so you can note it down from there.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so the composition of ENO, sodium bicarbonate is 46.4%, sodium carbonate is 10%. Okay, and then there are other chemicals which they have added.
What, ma'am? What is 10%?
Sodium carbonate, Na2CO3. Okay. Now, when we add ENO to water, this following reaction is taking place. Now, see the reaction when we add ENO to water.
Ma'am, we have to add ENO to water.
Yes, miss.
You all do not have to do it. You all just note down the reaction because that is how you consume ENO, right? And why do we say that when you take ENO, you should take it immediately as you dissolve in it, right? You all don't let all the gases escape and then you have it. It won't be effective. You have to have it as soon as you dissolve, because after it gets dissolved, a reaction has taken place. The base gets dissociated into other components. ENO is a base. Okay, now let's see the reaction what Nicola ma'am is showing.
Ma'am, so are we supposed to do anything with ENO?
You cannot do it because you all do not have HCl.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So all the stomach related activities.
I'll be adding universal indicator first.
Yeah. All the stomach related activities will involve HCl, which you all do not have. So that's why ma'am is demonstrating it.
Is it visible?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. Now I'm adding HCl.
Okay, now ma'am has added HCl to it. Now let's see what happens when ma'am adds ENO. Ma'am, we can't see the test tube. Can you hold the camera properly? Okay, can you see the color difference? It was red in color and it has completely turned yellow now. Okay, that means ENO works as a base. Okay, so all the antacids that we saw today, ENO and the other two tablet crushes that ma'am had added, they all are different types of bases. Now, only in case of ENO, you all saw that there was bubbles. Okay, I have written it in the chat screen that whenever ENO reacts with water, it produces carbon dioxide. Okay, that is why you see those bubbles. In no other reaction, in no other neutralization reaction, you saw bubbles. Only in this one you saw bubbles. That's because ENO is a different, I mean, it is not a single, what do you say? It is not like baking soda. It is a combination of various compounds, okay, which produces carbon dioxide on mixing with water. Okay, is this clear to all of y'all? How antacids work? Okay, let's go back to the presentation. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
now you'll see here that there's a word called acid reflux. Acid reflux, when the acid flows out of your stomach towards your food pipe, that is called acid reflux. In case of acid reflux, we take antacids. Now these antacids can be anything, like it can be a combination of calcium carbonate and HCl is there in the stomach. So this is the reaction that takes place. A salt is formed, which is calcium chloride, water is formed, and carbon dioxide is formed. Okay, that's why whenever we take antacids, we tend to get a burp. That is due to the production of gas. The general antacids that we use are composed of aluminium and magnesium hydroxide with addition of sodium bicarbonate. Now, sodium bicarbonate was there in ENO also. Why is it added? Because it gives you an instant relief from the burning that you have, the sensation of burning. Okay, so this is how your antacids work. We did the soil test. Okay, now see, I want you all to see this screen. Your soil is neutral. It is ideal for plant growth. Okay, when a soil is acidic, it there are some nutrients which are deficient in that soil, which are iron, manganese, and what is Al?
Alkaline?
Aluminium?
Okay. Okay. So in case of acidic soil, apply lime, which I said is quicklime. Okay. And when the soil is little bit alkaline, that means 8 to 9, it is still tolerable. But when it is highly alkaline, it lacks all the carbonates. Okay. And in that cases, not much can grow in your soil. Okay, so it's very important. So if you all have, for example, a helper in your house who has a farm and all, you can educate them with this, with your knowledge of how soil can be tested, whether it is acid or a base, and how will it help them in deciding what crops to grow. Okay. All right, so with that, we come to the end of this chapter. Now, you all can ask me any questions you all have related to this chapter. Any questions that you all have? Any doubts in pH?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, now there's one activity that all of you all are going to do for this chapter.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll be telling you what the activity is. Okay, now whatever vegetables are available with you all, okay, and their skin, how different vegetables can be used as indicators, that you'll have to find out. Okay, now depending upon the color they have, so what you can do is take one acid which can be lime juice, and take a base which can be vinegar. Vinegar or lime juice can be an acid. Take a base which is baking soda solution, and try out extracts of different vegetables which can work as indicators and which cannot work as indicators. We tried hibiscus and red cabbage. You all can try it out with other vegetables. Try it out whether lemon can work as an indicator. Okay, so try out different
Ma'am, can we
options.
use it with Ma'am, can we use it with onion?
You can try it out. All possible vegetables that you can think. Typically what happens is the vegetables which are little purplish in color, like beetroot, the red cabbage, they have a component called as betanin, so which works as an indicator. So you all can do a little research on it and come up with other vegetables which you can use, okay, as
Ma'am, now I
indicators.
have beetroot and onion, so I'll try it with beetroot and
You can
onion
try.
and send
Yes, you can
pictures.
try it. Yes. So
Okay,
if you all
ma'am.
have any doubts regarding this topic, you all can ask. And I'm really sorry about the network issues that we had today. I'm really sorry about that.
What is CO, ma'am? What is CO2?
CO2 is carbon dioxide.
Oh.
Yeah, the reaction which says, here in the Eno reaction, it is carbon dioxide, CO2 and H2O.
Ma'am, why do we use baking soda instead of baking powder?
Baking soda is the base. I don't know what is the composition of baking powder. Baking powder generally we use when we have to raise the cake or something, but soda is an ingredient that is an actual base.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, ma'am,
Any
what
other-
is the purpose? What is the purpose of adding soda in a cake, or what is the purpose of adding baking powder in a cake? Like, what does it do when you add it in?
So basically, it helps the cake to rise. Otherwise, if you do not add the cake will become really hard and dense. It won't rise. It won't become fluffy. That is the reason. Say, for example, many people, people who make instant idlis, which is a fermented product, okay, they add soda into the batter so that it gives, creates a little bit of CO2, and because of which the idli becomes fluffy. Okay, I really don't know the chemical composition of baking powder, but I will definitely find out, and we can talk about it in the next class.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
so
ma'am.
any other doubts you all have, children?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
No,
the
ma'am.
quiz for
No,
the
ma'am.
chapter is uploaded, so you all can solve the quiz. And from next week, we will be starting a new chapter. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes.
respiration.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, every week can you send the sheets like last you usually in the WhatsApp group you send the sheets of what we're
Yeah,
going to
but
be
then
doing as experiments.
I have actually started uploading everything on the portal, and I'm assuming that everybody is using the portal to, access the sheets and everything. And it's okay. So what I'll do is from next week, I'll send it also on the group.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, next chapter is respiration, right?
Next topic you're asking?
Yes, ma'am.
Next topic, I think we'll be doing the physical and the chemical changes.
Okay.
Yeah?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes?
Ma'am, where can we find the quiz?
Quiz will be online on the e-laboratory portal.
Ma'am,
Yeah?
ma'am, for
Yes?
the last class you asked us to do the paper and the lemon experiment.
Yeah, yeah, very good. You reminded me. Did it work?
Ma'am, I didn't know how to do it.
Oh,
I didn't know if we should add baking powder and then put lemon or lemon juice and then iron the paper.
okay. So why don't you Google the process and try it out yourself rather than me
Yes,
telling
ma'am, I
you?
googled it and then I found two different versions.
So try it out. Try it out what happens in both
Okay, ma'am.
cases. Try to see the difference and try to scientifically analyze that what different you did. In one, you're adding, when you're ironing, you're providing some kind of heat. When you're adding baking soda, you're adding base to lemon juice, which is acidic. So some reactions are taking place in each case. So try to
Okay, ma'am.
understand them scientifically.
Okay, ma'am. I'll try it and send pictures and videos about it.
Yes.
ma'am,
All
can
right,
we leave
children.
now?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Bye.
See you next week. Bye
Excuse me,
bye.
ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. See you next week. Have a nice day.
Yes.